Manifesting that actually works. Now, at the heart of manifesting is the law of attraction, which posits that our thoughts and our emotions are powerful forces that shape our reality. But the principle is simple. If you focus on positive thoughts and visualize your goals as already achieved, you attract positive outcomes and opportunities. Conversely, dwelling now, of course, on negative thoughts and bringing about maybe undesirable results. But it's not that simple. And today we're going to dive in a little bit more into why and what to do about it. Hi, and welcome to today's topic, manifesting hacks that actually work. I'm really looking forward to this topic because this is something that, wouldn't we all love to master this and really truly understand what is that holy grail, like that core foundation behind real, true manifestations. But just also very briefly, also remember to subscribe here to my channel, stay up to date, stay, up to date with what I'm sharing, and especially with all my research. And remember, I also have my MAT Level 1 Trauma Decoded workshop coming up, where you learn how to release trauma from the body and how to emotionally regulate yourself. Combined with bilateral processing, it's incredibly powerful. And we have the MAT Level 2, which is the extended 5-day intensive version, where you'll specifically really learn how to dive deep into certain mental health conditions and how to really truly help people to get results. I have my spirit retreat coming up as well, rediscovering your spirituality, opening it up, your intuition, your psychic abilities, working with your angels and guides and animals. It's going to be so much fun. And of course, for those of you who don't know me, who am I to even talk about all these things? My name is Evette Rose, and I'm well known for having written this big book called Metaphysical Anatomy, which is a book of 722 medical ailments and the suppressed emotions behind them and the psychosomatics as well. I interviewed 6,500 people when I wrote this book. It's quite a journey, but so incredibly, profoundly empowering at the same time as well. So let's talk about manifesting. When we manifest, we need to look at, of course, how and why. Why do you want what you want? Right? So let's look first into the why before we look into the how, because these two kind of drive one another. Because the why, if that is not really fully understood, it can tank the how. You can do the how in so many different ways. It's not going to work, period. One thing that I learned in my life is that and when I work with clients as well and with students, is that we need to look at why do you want what you want? Here's the reason why. It's a lot of whys today. So when we look at that, what is that desire? Normally, when we want something so goddamn bad, it's because in most cases, there's a lack. There's something where we feel the absence of so much that we feel and we wish that we could bring it into our lives in any way, shape, or form. But now, why is that very thing absent in the first place? Why is it that you haven't been able to manifest it at this point in time? Now, that's probably the great question. We're like, oh, that's why I'm here. I'm gonna learn more. Like, what is this why? One thing that I've learned is that when you want to manifest something, and if your why is built on a foundation of unresolved, maybe trauma, wounds, pain, then the odds of you being able to manifest what you want drastically decreases. Because what we want is actually being propelled forward from our subconscious mind. But when we manifest, it actually comes from our subconscious mind as well. I understand that the projection comes from the frontal cortex, where you think and you believe right now, this is what I want. But when you think of what it is that you want, say money, now your body goes, your subconscious mind and your body's now connecting. Well, what is our experiences with money? Here's the problem. Maybe trauma, maybe a lot of loss. Maybe you witness your parents lose money. Maybe they financially struggled. Maybe they subconscious learned behavioral patterns that you are blissfully unaware of, but it's running in the back of your mind. The body and the physiology of the body responds to these negative programs associated with money, even though your frontal cortex is telling you yes. Your subconscious mind's like, I don't know. This is not a good history that we have here in relation to what you want. Are you sure about it? So you see, even though your initial idea is great, your foundation feels rock solid. You're clear in terms of what you want. Because when people manifest, a lot of times they say clarity, awareness, feel it. That's great. But you can't hold on to that feeling for much longer because life kind of happens, right? We're feeling other things as well. And so now what happens is that you think of the money that you want. You're clear in the way that you would like to get it. You feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. But now the conscious thought maybe starts to drizzle off and you get busy with other things. But the initial projection that's now being created is the money that you want. But now the physiology is responding to the old prior memories that you have associated with money. And that is normally what's sent out to the universe. Because the aftermath, the residue of these feelings from the subconscious mind lasts longer than the frontal cortex mind, your conscious thoughts. This is where the problem comes in. Now we have the RAS, the Reticular Activating System. What does it do? It filters in more of what you're focusing on consciously and subconsciously. And now in this case, the subconscious mind is now focused maybe on all the stress that you have associated with money. All these fears are coming up. And what does it do? It puts you in the wrong vibration of abundance, misaligning you to your goal. So you see, your association, your subconscious memories needs to be positive in relationship to what you want. You need to have a positive association with it. Now, of course, that might not be possible because what if there's trauma? That's okay. Deal with the trauma. Here we have to actually look at resolving and neutralizing that trauma so that when the body in the subconscious mind goes back into the subconscious mind, it's like, oh, okay, there's these bad thoughts, but we don't feel bad when we think about it, so it's okay. Okay, let's focus on the positive side because that's what's being energized. We get to layer in those new neural pathways. So visualization and intention, of course, is very important, apart from looking at your association with what it is that you want and why you want it, right? Because visualization, it involves creating this mental image of your desired outcome. And this practice is not just about daydreaming. It's about forming a really vivid and detailed picture of your goals, engaging all your senses. And intentions then also, on the other hand, are the clear and specific goals that you set for what it is that you want to achieve. And then so by combining visualization with these strong intentions, you align your subconscious mind with your goals, making them much more achievable. So when we vividly imagine our desired outcomes, our brains actually interpret this mental rehearsal as a real experience. Because when we look also at neuroscience, the research, it has demonstrated that this mental imagery, it activates the same neural pathways as actual physical experiences. So you see, the science behind manifesting is really interesting. And also then the neuroscience of visualization, because it activates the brain's neural pathways in a very similar way to actually performing the activity. And this phenomenon is also known as mental rehearsal. It strengthens the brain's ability to execute the desired action and also in real life. And studies have shown us that athletes who mentally rehearse their performance, they actually improve their skills almost as much as those who physically practiced. And now, the science behind manifestation, it suggests that positive emotions and thoughts and energy, it really can help a person to attract positivity into their life. So when someone, for example, feels happy and content in their world, their positive emotions are naturally boosted. So your vibration and energy in your body are greatly influenced by your emotional states. And the universe's language is vibration. So the law of vibration is a fundamental principle of the universe, and asserting also that everything is in a state of constant motion, from the smallest subatomic particle to the largest celestial bodies. All matter and energy continuously vibrate. And this principle helps us to understand how vibrational frequencies play actually a very crucial role in shaping our experiences and our interactions. Now, so this boils down to individual vibrational frequency because each person emits a unique vibrational frequency. This frequency is shaped by our thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions. And together, these elements actually create a personal vibrational signature that interacts with the surrounding world. Now, this unique frequency influences how we perceive and respond to our environment and how others also perceive and interact with us. Because at the end of the day, everything is energy. So, quantum physics also reveals that at its core, matter is composed of energy. Even objects that appear solid are made up of vibrating subatomic particles. Now, this discovery also highlights the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. Since everything is energy, interactions occur through the exchange of vibration, demonstrating the profound impact of vibrational frequencies on our lives as well. And understanding these principles, it really allows us to appreciate the interconnected nature of existence and also the powerful role that our individual behavior and also the vibration of that, the frequencies of that, play a very important role in our personal and collective existence. So, how do you manifest? Great question. I'm not going to give you a long list or a long meditation. You don't need that. What you do need is to elevate your vibration before you manifest. And secondly, is there stress associated with what you want? Is there something unresolved associated with that final outcome? If there is, let me tell you, doing the work to neutralize that is going to be so worth it. Because then when you finally get your outcome, you are going to be over the moon. And your chances of sabotaging your manifestation lessens tremendously. Now, how do you elevate your vibration before you manifest? By elevating your emotions, by energizing high vibrational emotions. And there's three. The highest one is gratitude, peace, and joy. Exactly in that order. Gratitude, peace, and joy. So it's very important that you start to energize these states, energize things that make you feel so much gratitude, energize things that make you feel peaceful, energize things that make you feel joyful. I also made a video about the word peace because the word peace can heal you. Highly recommend that you watch that video. So this is the state that you need to be in when you manifest. Neutralize any challenges, any blocks with what you want to have, any negative associations, negative beliefs. And then when you manifest, elevate your vibration. And in that state, you command and you call into your life whatever it is that you want. And there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, remember to subscribe. Bye, guys.